Namaste, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is a love reading for the collective and it is for the full moon in Pisces. Grabbing my moon diary, itching my nose already. It's on the 21st of September, Tuesday the 21st. It may differ depending on what country you're in, so just Google it for yourself, but around that time, okay? Now, a full moon in Pisces when you're doing a love reading. It feels like, because I am a Pisces, so it feels like there is some kind of emotional truth to come up that may or may not be welcome. That is the hunch that I've got before I've even done any cards, okay? So it feels like something's coming to fruition, something that maybe has been going on since Pisces season, February, March. Doesn't matter what star sign you are, okay? Okay. Doesn't matter what star sign you are. This is for any star sign, but this is the Piscean energy together with the full moon energy. Yeah, these are the cards I would expect. Cripes. Okay, if this resonates with you, there'll be an extended as usual, and the link will be in the description box below the video. Wowzers. Okay. So I'll show you some individual cards, then we'll have a look at the spread with my new camera. I know, it's very exciting stuff. Taking me a while to get used to it. Okay. Gonna start with this bad boy. We have the Tower. There are many ways to kind of skin the Tower, as it were. This feels like a traditional meaning of the Tower. It feels like if you look here, there is lightning hitting a structure and the people fall out, and there's not a lot of choice in this, okay? It feels like an epiphany, like a truth, like something coming in. When you mix that with Piscean energy, it's like it adds a sort of emotional depth to that truth. It makes it so that you're going to feel it at a very subconscious level. For example, let's say you get an important message about a significant other. It may come to you in a dream about that person. That's a very Piscean way for it to come. But the truth of it is just as true as if someone just said it to you in the street, okay? This is revelatory energy. Pisceans very often quiet, but will come out with something and you'll think, God, how did they know that? You know, it's that kind of energy. So some of you may be getting a message from a person, literally out of the blue, which knocks you off your perch a bit. And others, this is like news coming in and you're like, oh, okay. Right. Next to this, we've got the Ace of Wands. I like this actually. I mean, I love a big wand in a love reading. Don't we all, eh? Because a big wand in a love reading, an Ace of Wands, is energy, you know, it's rockets, it's stuff coming in, it's sensuality, Kundalini energy, passion, all, you know, doing a dance, all of that stuff. For one or two of you, and I don't know what, you know, because we're in such a weird time at the moment that I don't know how anybody is meeting anybody, whether it's online or, you know, what happens with that. Sorry, my contact lenses are playing me up. This is a sudden meeting. Now, for some of you, it may be someone you already know, you bump into them online or in person or however it's going to happen. It's a real shocker. This is the kind of energy you get if you haven't seen someone in a while and you bump into them and you're like, okay, they were looking really hot. Last time I saw them, they didn't look that hot, and I've been comforting myself by thinking of them, you know, 50% as hot as that. Cripes. Tst, what happened to them? If it's someone you pair up with and you don't know, this is a very physical connection. always have a mind when it's a Piscean full moon energy as to what the reality of a situation is. Okay, so let's say, for argument's sake, you're single, you're looking, you go online, or even you're in a situation but you don't know what's happening, so you're still accepting dates off other people, and you come across this person, you meet however it is, you know, and across a crowded chat room or chat room, I mean, God, what am I, 1995? Across a crowded Tinder or whatever it is, and it's just, wow. You know, like maybe they've got amazing eyes, or maybe they think you've got amazing eyes. It's a real impact meeting. Now, those things, you've got to be careful with Piscean, take them slightly with a pinch of salt, and just make sure there's something behind it. Make sure they're really single, or that they are who they say they are. The usual checks and balances that you would do, which often fly out of the window when there's a big Ace of Wands knocking around, okay? All that passion, all that energy, all that kind of ting. Okay, let's keep it real. With that in mind, next to the Tower, we've got the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is the fantasy future card. It's the fairground grabber. It's the kiddie in the sweet shop. You know, you are in front of a load of options and you're getting all excited about it. And again, it's kind of, this has a real fantasy energy to it. And that's what Piscean full moons are all about. You can get lost in a fantasy in Piscean full moon time. And let's say someone chose this moment to get back in touch with you. You could have a very fast reawakening of a relationship. You know, even if it was just dead as a dodo before, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, back on in 24 hours. That energy is here. So if you've been hoping and praying for that, maybe that is really good news for you, okay? But just do your due diligence. You know what that means, okay? Do your due diligence. Down here, and I'll show you, facing card, there we go. Let me try and tune into them a bit. This bit I'm not so good at yet, folks, but I'm getting better. We've got a Four of Swords knocking around over here, but we'll come back to it. Down here, this little trio, okay? These guys interest me. We've got the King of Swords, Mr. Smiley. There he is. He's like, King of Swords, and we also have the King of, hiding behind the box, King of Cups. Still getting used to my new camera setup, everybody. Now, King of Swords and King of Cups are very different people indeed. They are King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you could be meeting or dealing with currently an air sign person, and a lot of you are, okay? You could also be an air sign person, possibly even dealing with another air sign person. That's just for one or two of you. King of Cups over here, the emotional king. This is the king who is emotionally connected. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? So you could be dealing with a water sign or be a water sign yourself. You could also be a water sign dealing with an air sign. Ooh! And that made the Tower go pew! Some of you are water signs dealing with an air sign, okay? You know who you are. You know who you are. Now, these two guys here, very different. The emotional king and the rational king. But in the middle of them, who do we have but the Emperor? Daddy of the Tarot. This is masculine, divine masculine energy, and it kind of crowns the reading. It's right there. It's almost like this is like a committee of people. And then here, hiding behind the box, as she would, because she's, I wouldn't say introvert, but she's hidden, literally. We've got the High Priestess. Now, High Priestess energy is moon energy. It's the energy of the hidden, but it's also the energy of Pisces. It's secrets, it's esoteric, it's magic. There is something about the connection that you're tuning in to hear about that is mystical. These two together, when you get these two, if I put them together, it's a very interesting combination. She is very divine feminine. He is very divine masculine. Very, very different energy, but actually a very complementary pair. Masculine energy and feminine energy finding each other and supporting each other and giving each other strength is what I get. So you may be a Leo or dealing with a Leo, even though the strength card isn't on the table. As you'll know if you've been watching my dailies, and do subscribe to the channel if you want to watch my dailies and stuff. You get sometimes cards coming in that aren't even on the table. We're working with the strength card. We're working with the energy that these two can offer each other. I like this union. So this may be, and of course, he represents, oh God, wrong one. He represents Aries, okay? For me, it can be Leo and Sag as well. And this very often, God, I never knew, it was always backwards with the camera. High Priestess, you can tell I'm a Pisces, represents for me Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio often too. So we have the energy of two kings. And for some of you, this is one person that can behave in two different ways. One is when he shows up or they show up emotional, and the other is when they show up rational, okay? There may be a split in this person. If we look at the cards again, it feels like there may be a split in their personality. So it could be that before, when you knew them, because a lot of you do know this person, or if you're just about to meet them, before they met you, they were a bit cut off and a bit shut down. And in previous relationships, they've been quite emotionally unavailable. And this is the sort of awakening father, divine masculine, right underneath this tower energy. It feels like for some of you who are in separation, that this full moon could really bring out somebody coming to you as the King of Cups, fully in their emotional awakened power, okay? Really stepping up. If you think about the Page of Cups, which is how we begin this suit, or the court cards, we then move over here, the overall energy card, you can see that we're coming to the Knight of Cups, an upgraded offer. For some of you, there has already been, I don't want to call it this, but if I said to you garage flowers, okay, I think it's been that kind of an offer. I think we all know what I'm talking about. Chrysanthemums. You're moving from your local garage bouquet, if I can call it that, to a hand-picked, beautiful, wild, you know, wax paper, bit of that kind of really funky, you know, when they use that really natural brown string and it's all really good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You're moving to something classier. They've upgraded. They realise that you need more, okay? And again, over here with the 10 of Pentacles, this is a card of commitment, what you're holding out for, what you want. It's generational wealth. It's 2.4 kids. Not that everyone's holding out for that anymore, but this tarot is quite old. It's whatever represents stability for you, okay? Just remember that it's next to that 7 of Cups. And I think the booby trap here, if this reading had a booby trap, it would be don't get lost in this particular jungle, this 7 of Cups. There are lots of ways, if you think of this, is it a vortex that kind of sucks you in? There are lots of ways to be sucked in, okay? I feel like for some of you, you really do need to test somebody. Anybody who comes into your life in this time, or anybody who's already in your life, even if you don't decide to test them, the universe is testing it. It's testing relationships. It's testing truth. It's testing authenticity, okay? And here, this Four of Swords, it's creating peace. And I like that. Now up here, the Death card, Scorpio. There's no going back once you know what you know with this. There will be no unknowing what you know, if that makes sense. This Tower card here is not hinting at something. It's taking it and like, if it was a custard pie, it'd be like, boof, have some of that, you know? So somebody may have a shock confession. Somebody may shock you by actually doing the upgrade. It's got many connotations to it. I'm just going to take a couple more cards. I'm trying to think what deck. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at the King of Swords, the King of Cups. I'm going to look at Divine Masculine Energy, what might be behind the Tower. And also over here, we've got the Three of Swords, which we haven't even looked at yet. I'm probably going to end up looking at that too. Okay, tell me about the Three of Swords with the Tower, please. Let's just have a look down at those. Can you see here we've got this Tower, and quite far away we've got the Three of Swords connected by sensuality and Kundalini energy. So this is a powerful combination, okay? It is a powerful combination. Okay. Oh, got to show you like that. Seven of Wands in reverse. I actually like this. Seven of Wands is a card of the fight. It's Mars in Leo, so more Leo energy here. This is giving up the fight, surrendering, putting down your baton, and giving up what might have been a repetitive argument in this Three of Swords. When you get the Three of Swords, it's a bit like the whip in Lenormand. It has this triangular, repetitive element where you may have had the same argument again and again and again. You didn't resolve it, okay? If there's been a break with somebody, if there's been a gap or there's been some kind of hiatus, it feels like you're kind of ready to talk. Over here, God, we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. Again, I surrender. You know, I'm holding up the flag. Both of you are holding up the flag. And I think that's been quite necessary. Let's put those to one side. So, probably easier to do it like this. Cancerian energy. So you Cancerians, you are involved here. You could be dealing with a Cancerian, but most of you, I think it's because you are Cancerian. And also you've got conflict of the heart, because this is the card we took for the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, even though it's got three swords rammed into it, is a card of the heart. One Sphinx wants to go one way and the other Sphinx wants to go the other way. And the charioteer wants to keep the chariot on the road. Okay, you want to keep something going. Next is apathy, or a lack of feeling, and that is that King of Swords. Some of you have been dealing with somebody here who is in some way emotionally unavailable, is in some way a bit challenging to you, but has softened and wants to come forward as the King of Cups. It feels with the Emperor in the middle that if you look at this, it feels like they've grown up. Now, they may have been away. You may not have seen them for a while. They may have had to go away and do this and grow up and then come back to you and say, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready to love. I'm ready for you. I'm ready to be the person that you need me to be. Knight of Cups. I've upgraded. Okay, what do you think? Your job is to stay level-headed with this. This Ace of Wands is a real... It's a real game changer in terms of the physical, okay? You fancy the pants off each other, you two, whoever you're here. And this might be someone you've not even met yet. You fancy the pants off each other. Of course, that's a good thing. It's nice to fancy the pants off somebody, but it's always a distraction, okay? Because there is a bit here with the Tower. There must be something to come out, to change, to know, to awaken to, a truth, okay? And then here, the Three of Pentacles. Something needs to be looked at together with this person, okay? I'm going to put these to one side over here. Love to see the Chariot coming up. I'm going to do some Romance Angel Oracle cards on this. Romance Angel Oracle cards. What do we need to know, particularly in view of the Tower and the Seven of Cups? That one wants to come out. Oh, they're just helping themselves. Oh God, amazing. I feel like I want one more though. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Let's just scooch down onto those a bit more. Look at that, zooming in. Finances and career. Now this is a bit of a weird card that you get here, but I'm actually not that surprised to see it. Can you see down here, if we move these a bit? Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is a card which, although it has the family on and it represents commitment and all that good stuff, there are 10 pentacles in this card. And money doesn't make the world go round, but it is connected to love very often in terms of security. Now, this may be something to do with, it says financial issues are a factor in your love life. The person that you're dealing with may have been trying to build a business, or you may have been building a business. I mean, we've been in the weirdest 2 years, probably of all of our lifetimes. We've all been doing weird things in business, you know, working from home, starting businesses, losing jobs, gaining jobs. Everything's been on the table, hasn't it? There is something to do with financial security coming up for you and this person, or maybe just the person that you're dealing with this Tower card. Some of you as well have definitely been wanting, dreaming and hoping about this, wanting to manifest. Calling in your soulmate is, for me, the ultimate manifesting tool. It's about prayers, affirmations, visualizing. For me, making a list, writing it down. This is what I want, this tool, this color hair. You can put anything you want. Okay, and you can have it. That's the most important thing. And that can be your Tower moment. A Pisces full moon is an exceptionally good time to get manifesting, particularly anything to do with love. Take it seriously, okay? And get out there or stay in and do it. There's loads of videos on how to do that. It doesn't have to be fancy. You could just literally do a diagram, write it down, stick it under your pillow. And again, soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. This is so nice. Calling in the soulmate and then having them within reach. This Pisces moon sheds a lot of skin, okay? It's reminding me of some snake energy, skin shedding energy, of truth energy. Very powerful scorpionic here. And the wand energy, very powerful forces coming together. And it says here, the romance of a lifetime, to bring you something you may have wanted in a very deep and perhaps a little bit secret place, okay? Let's take a Chuck Spezzano healing card. It could be the Enlightenment cards. I can never remember the name of these things. Yeah. Nice. We're going to look at some of this in the extended as well. You get the unconscious card of the shadow. What is holding you back from this? What is your fear? You may think it's the fear of your person. You may think your person is too scared to come forward. But what this card is asking is, what are you afraid of? It's sometimes a very difficult question to answer, but actually it's the kind of question that you really want to be asking when you've got a full moon in Pisces, because you can have all of that 12th sign type weirdness. You can have dreams, you can have hunches, you can have smells. Pisceans are weird, you know, I'm just going to put it out there. Pisces sun, Pisces rising, we're a bit weird. You can get the kind of high priestess hunches that you're like, what am I thinking? I cannot even tell anybody or they're going to just cart me away. Tune into it. Tune into your hunches. Ask yourself what you're afraid of. Okay? What is your shadow? Bring it out into the light. We get the victim card of expectations. These are your expectations that you have of yourself. And sometimes our expectations, you know, they don't come from us. They come from the Father. We've got the Emperor in here, and I always make note of that. They come from parents, how we used to be, how people used to know us ages ago, and not really how we are now. I think your expectations, do you know what? They're not high enough. They're not too high. They're not high enough, okay? When you're manifesting, when you're putting it out there, whether you want a relationship to move to the next level or whether you want to create a relationship out of nothing, you've got to think high, because the universe sees you in such a good way. And the universe is bursting to give you so many good things that it just wants you to realize it. And for some of you, with this Tower card and the Ace of Wands, this Piscean full moon bursts onto the scene and floods you with this knowledge. But it won't be rational knowledge. It will be weird, because you'll have your own weird way of interpreting it. And you have the victim card of judgment. You are your own worst critic in this, okay? If you are in a situation, or if you are just out and looking, you know, definitely have your list, or definitely manifest and know what you want. But at the same time, trust the universe. Be open-minded about this, because the person who's coming along here, even if it's someone you already know, differs a bit from your normal expectations and your normal person, okay? Woof. Let's have an angel card, and I'm going to go and do the extended, and I'm very excited already. I'm going to look at how they feel about you. I'm going to look at it from the other side, the other point of view, and I'm going to use a different tarot deck and some different oracle cards as well. That one. Wowzers. Self-acceptance. That is the key. Accepting your own shadow side and trusting in the universe, together with new love. Love it. Okay, I'm going to go do the extended. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.